Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the February 12th edition of WAtv. We're coming to you today from Studio 22. I'm Quinn.
And I'm Alexis, and today we'll get you caught up on what's happening with the musical, share an opportunity to get involved in, and talk about parking privileges. But first, Edward is back with a new segment called When I Was in High School. Check it out.
When I Was in High School is a new WAtv segment that features our own teachers sharing stories of when they were in high school. This week, we talk with Mrs. Gregersen. Let's hear what she has to share.
We're all in this together. Once we know that we're all stars, and we see that we're all.
This is myself, my senior year. I was part of the All-State Academic Volleyball team, so I made All-State in something, I guess you can say. My main name was Garner. My regional meet, my senior year, I broke 2 school records. I broke the long jump record, and I also broke the 100-meter record. I did. This was my junior prom, and what's so cool is that dress my mom and I made it. And so I actually made that for a club I was part of called 4-H, and I even modeled it at state and everything. So in high school, you would have thought of me as the all-American kid. I was really competitive. So academically, I wanted to get straight A's. In sports, I wanted to be the best. And I just wanted everyone to like me too. So that was kind of my goal. And I won a lot of awards. I went to state many times in track, even in cross country a couple times. I got lots of awards. But my senior year in high school, God taught me an important lesson. I found out my senior year that part of the youth group I belonged to, I presented the gospel message, and a lot of people rejected it. And I realized all that I did through high school was really worth nothing. In fact, all of those awards and trophies and medals are just collecting dust or in storage containers in my basement or underneath my bed. My biggest regret was people didn't know who I loved and who I believed in. And so my biggest thing I would tell you guys is live for Christ, share Christ. You will never regret that because that has lasting impact. My medals, they don't mean anything anymore.
Together, everyone. Together, come on.
We want to thank Mrs. Gregersen for sharing that moment with us. If there's one thing to remember, and what we appreciate about this Edward segment is, these staff members and teachers have been right where you are now. Some were athletes, some were mislabeled and judged, and some overcame the same challenges you are facing today. Talk to them. Our community wants to support you. You are not alone.
Now let's get to a couple of announcements before we look at another segment. Project Lead Global is putting on a coffee house this Friday. It will be from 6 to 8 p.m. in the atrium. There will be coffee, hot chocolate, bagels, and handcrafted chocolates. Bring 2 4th through 8th grade reading level used books and $5 for the admissions fee. All funds will go towards Kids Alive Haiti.
There's a boys tennis informational meeting next Wednesday, February 21st in room 201 at lunch. Pizza will be provided. This is a very important meeting for any student interested in trying out for the tennis team. Put it into your calendar now. For our next Walking the Halls in 60 Seconds, Stephen Garrison catches up with a junior and senior to talk about parking privileges. Here it is.
This is Steve Gregersen reporting from WAtv. I'm here to discuss the parking privileges here at Wheaton Academy with senior Ellen and junior Ann Hancock. So let's start off with you, Ann. What are the parking privileges here as a junior at Wheaton Academy?
Well, you get to park in the junior lot, and then we recently got off-campus lunch privileges, which is pretty cool. You can go get food or take a nap at home if you live close enough, so that's really nice.
That's pretty cool. How about you, Ellen, being a senior here at Wheaton Academy?
Yeah, it's nice to finally park in the closest lot, close to all of the buildings, so it doesn't take a lot of walking time in the morning to get to class.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of privileges here. Being a senior, like closer to the senior lot. As juniors, we get to go off campus, park in the junior lot. Sophomores, make sure to not abuse the privileges here by going off campus for lunch. And just be highly appreciative that we get to park on campus here at Wheaton Academy, as some schools may not be able to. This is Steve Gregersen reporting from WAtv. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. Let's review a couple of things that were said. For starters, seniors have waited a long time for the privileges they now have. The juniors have recently been able to go off campus for lunch, and that is a big deal. But juniors, you need to stay out of the senior parking lot. They have earned the chance to park in that lot. And lastly, the sophomores. You all get to drive and park here. Some high schools don't allow sophomores to do that. Your other privileges are coming, but they aren't here yet. So please respect and appreciate the privileges you do have.
Let's move on to another topic. Junior Laura Donna has been involved in a pretty cool off-campus opportunity. Michaela Brown catches up to her to learn about how you too can get involved.
This is Michaela Brown with WAtv, and today we're going to learn a little bit about what Laura Donna Imrisk is doing outside of school with the How to Life DuPage movement.
Hi, Wheaton Academy. My name is Laura Donna Imrisk, and I'm here to talk to you guys about a student-led movement called How to Life. Basically, it's a group of students coming together to reach teens for Jesus. This movement started in Arkansas and is now moving all over the United States and is coming to the DuPage area. Some people ask what the purpose of this movement is, and I think that sometimes as Christians we become so callous to the message of the gospel because we hear it all the time. But my hope is that How to Life might not only be a powerful encouragement for Christians and believers, but also will be a fun way to reach our unsaved friends for Christ.
Hi, I'm a volunteer for How to Life, and I'm just asking you guys to consider inviting any friends you have, whether they're saved or not saved. We just want this to be a good time with a lot of people there.
Also, make sure you go and follow How to Life DuPage on Instagram for more information and updates.
Although this event is not affiliated with Wheaton Academy, it's happening right here in the FAC on February 18th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., and we have no school the next day, so make sure you're there.
Hope to see you all at How to Life DuPage.
Wheaton Academy students should not just do Wheaton Academy things. Look for ways to get involved in your local church or do something like How to Life. If you get a chance, come support this event next Sunday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the Fine Arts Center. Since winter is still in full swing, Noah Wilding thought she would provide some safe driving tips for those of you behind the wheel this snowy season.
Hi guys, this is Noah reporting from WAtv. Alexis and I are going to show you some tips and do's and don'ts about driving safely in the snow. Don't only clear off parts of your windshield. Instead, clear off the whole thing. Use your defroster if necessary. Don't tailgate other students. Leave plenty of space between you and the other drivers. Do not panic. Keep calm no matter what. Don't slam on your brakes. Come to a slow, complete stop. Now let's see what Mrs. Fernandez has to say about driving safely.
Students, another day with bad roads. I would say to you, leave early. Probably double your time allotted to get to school. Drive slow and leave lots of space between you and the person in front of you. And know that we are full of grace here, and if you are having a hard time getting to school on a very slippery, snowy day, we will give grace.
That's all the tips we have for today. I'm Noah, and from all of us at Studio 22, drive safe.
Thanks, Noah. Our next segment is brought to you by Hannah Crow. With only 2 weeks to the start of musical performances, here's a little look at what's happening behind the scenes and who is involved in the musical.
Hi, this is Hannah Crow from WAtv, and let's find out what people's favorite part of the musical is.
I think my favorite part of being the musical is just having the opportunity to sing and dance with all these people, and just to see all the hard work and practice come into just to create a beautiful show.
My husband, Mark.
Faking it till you make it with the tab number.
The amazing cast and directors that we get to work with that encourage one another.
Matthew Oster.
Getting to know people from all 4 different classes really, really well. It's just like, I don't know, this is only my second year doing it, but just like being a part of it with everyone from different classes just leads to a lot of great friendships, and it's pretty awesome.
Thomas Love. All the new friends you make.
New friends and getting to do something that you love with your new friends. we all can just come together as a community and like do a show together. And we get to meet new people from all different types of backgrounds and grades, and it's really, really fun.
Well, one of my favorite things is working with the kids, and of course I love to sew and design and create, and working here with the cast every year gives me an opportunity to do all of that, and it's a lot of work, but in the end really rewarding when you see their faces light up when they put a costume on that they really love.
So my favorite thing about doing stage crew is definitely the people that you meet during stage crew, because I met a lot of friends that I wouldn't have met if I didn't do stage crew. So that's definitely a plus. And also Mr. Hockett is awesome. So
It's just an awesome experience. You meet so many new friends.
Thanks, Hannah. For all of you involved in the musical, thank you for the hard work you're putting into this show. We're getting super excited for our half-day matinee coming up in a couple weeks.
To bring you our sports news this week, we have Justin Germanovich.
Thanks, guys. With the snow canceling the basketball games last week, we will just talk wrestling news and then get you ready for some basketball action this week. Our 3 wrestlers represented us well at sectionals this past weekend, although none of them qualified for state. Each one of them had a successful season. Congrats to our entire wrestling team. The boys basketball team has an away game at ACC this Tuesday night, and then they are back home on Friday night. They play ICCP at 7:30 p.m. as they look to stay on the top of the conference. Get out and support them. Our girls basketball team is in the first round of the regionals at St. Francis tonight. They play 7:30 p.m. against Aurora Central. Since this is a win and keep playing tournament, they need all the fans they can get. Come cheer them on tonight. And finally, since we are now in the middle of Winter Olympics hype, and Cez went out and gave us a little Winter Olympic game of our own, check it out.
Hey guys, I'm Luke, and today we're talking about the Winter Olympics. We will have teachers versus students to see who can name the most out of 16 sports that are being played in 30 seconds. Here we go.
Curling.
Biathlon.
Cross-country skiing.
Skiing, like the downhill one, slalom. Ice hockey.
Snowboarding.
Figure skating.
Ooh, speed skating.
Ice dancing.
What? That's part of figure skating, isn't it?
I
Ice
think it's
dancing.
like- don't say that to an ice dancer.
Do you ice dance?
I do. I do.
Right on, right
Ice
on.
fall is what I do.
I'm into curling myself.
I love curling.
I think we only got like 6 events. But...
Time.
Cross-country
Ice
skiing,
skating, figure skating.
Figure skating, and then there's the speed skating. There's the bobsled one.
Oh yeah.
The one where you ski and jump up the big ramp. That one, and then isn't there
Hockey?
one with
Is
the-
hockey an Olympic?
There's the
It is?
downhill skiing. That's
Swim-
one, right? Where you'd go around the
Oh.
flags. I played that.
Bobsledding.
We already said that.
Sorry.
To wrap up today's episode, here's Erin on 4 things you need to know.
Thanks, Alexis. Number 1, respect the privileges you have. Don't hurt our community by doing what you shouldn't. Number 2, go support our basketball teams this week with our girls tonight at St. Francis and our guys at home on Friday. Number 3, registration is less than 2 months away. Start thinking about the classes you want to take and talk to teachers as your questions arise. And number 4, next Monday is President's Day. That means no school and no off-campus learning day. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WAtv for information or to leave comments. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning into WAtv. From all of us at Studio 22, have a great day.